Hello, Gemini. Welcome to your monthly reading for March 2024. This is for Gemini and Gemini rising, and we're going to jump right into it. Gemini, it is a loaded month. You know, it's you're going to love March. You're going to love March. Are you thinking of changing things up in career? Most likely. Will changes happen in career? Most likely. Really big month for a career, but a lot of other things. Listen, March is a very lovely month. I really love March. It's an exciting month. It's a month of new beginnings. There's a lot of new beginnings that are going to be happening for y'all. It's a refreshing month. It could be a very emotional month too, but emotionally moving. Especially if you're an artist. Here's the thing. A lot of, Geminis are so creative. This is your month, okay? Whether you're an artist or not, but if there's something that you do creatively, okay, whether you're an interior designer, a chef, just using your brilliant creative mind, this is your month. And I'm going to tell you why, but I want you to know that February, yes, was a very, very intense month. And I'm sure you would agree. We had a lot of conjunctions, okay? We had a lot of conjunctions, a lot of powerful aspects. Now, March is going to be more like taking all that power that was fueling you in February and using it like a video game character, right? In March, just to get everything that you want. Get everything you want. You're going to the next level in this video game of your life, okay? So you're really, really going to move forward. March is also like there's like this hypnotizing, it's such a great month. I look at everything that's happening for y'all and it's like, okay, finally, like Gemini's, like you're approaching, your big month in May, right? When Jupiter moves into your sign. But this is going to be when you start feeling things moving. One of the reasons why is because we're moving into Aries season, okay? The sun in Aries, sun is exalted in Aries. So it's so nice. Aries is all about new beginnings and that fresh start. It is, Aries kicks off the zodiac wheel. So really, really nice when we get to the equinox, okay? But it's still going to be a lot of activity with career in the first half of the week or the month, okay? Because we do have not only all these planets in Pisces in your 10th house of career, we have a new moon in Pisces as well. It's a big one. Okay. So yeah, some of y'all are going to have these new opportunities come through. Of course, you're going to want to plant seeds around this time. And we're going to talk about it later. We have Venus and Mars moving into Pisces as well. This is a really big thing. Okay, now you see there's so much activity in Pisces, and Venus and Mars are actually going to be in Pisces until the end of April. So again, a lot of activity in your 10th house of career. All right. And if you're not here for career, I say it all the time. Like, what are you investing all your energy into? Like, what is that passion? What is the thing that you want to be known for? That is what's happening now. Okay. Other big thing for you, particularly for you, Gemini, Mercury moving into Aries. Okay. Mercury, one of the inner planets, your ruling planet, a very fast moving planet, not going to be in Aries for 2 weeks. Not 3 weeks, 2.5 months. 2.5 months in your 11th house of your hopes and wishes and goals and your social network. You're going to be very, very, very chatty this period. And I'll explain why it's there for 2.5 months. But just know that March is very sweet. And, the big thing that I haven't even talked about, because March is such a big month, is our full moon lunar eclipse in Libra. Toward the end of March, our first eclipse of the year. But you're just, again, there's going to be changes. I want you to know that right away. This is happening in your 5th house. The 5th house is pleasure. It's love. It's romance. It's creativity. It's self-expression. It's procreation. It's recreation. It's all the good stuff. So there is something coming to an end in that area, okay? And it seems like because a lot of y'all are putting a lot of, your eggs in the basket of career, okay? A lot of career momentum, but things, again, like aligning with your passions. The last thing, is that it? That's it. Oh, no. The last thing is that this is the last month. No retrogrades. So everything, like when I say take action now. No retrogrades this month, okay? So with that said, Gemini, if you are new to my channel, after I do your spread, remember, Well, maybe you won't remember because you're new. I break it down week by week, okay? I tell you everything that's happening, everything that's relevant to you, Gemini, and of course we'll talk about it more in detail when we get to the weekly readings. But I pull a lot more cards, okay? Venus is moving into Pisces. I think I mentioned that Venus is exalted in Pisces. Like, this is going to be really dreamy. This is going to be really nice. So for you especially too. And so let's get started, Gemini. Let's do it. Let's see what's going on for you for March 2024. Again, this is for Gemini and Gemini rising, okay? And if you want to read for your moon, your Venus, all those other placements, if you do know your birth chart, you are absolutely welcome to. So, Gemini, with that said, let's get to it. Let's get started. See what's going on for you, Gemini. Now, like I said earlier, I did not say it earlier, but I do a traditional Celtic cross spread. Really does offer the best overview. If we need to pull clarifiers, we will. Okay, we will. Gemini, you know I love y'all. Thanks for being here. I love your haircut. Gemini, you look great. You look really great. And you're good. Oh my gosh. You don't do this to Gemini. Don't do this to me. You're good. Listen. Okay. You see what's okay, let me get started, okay? Because this is remember, we're going to break down everything toward the end. You got the Lovers. Of course you got the Lovers. You pulled your own card. The Lovers is attributed to Gemini, okay? So, a lot of y'all, big message coming through is a lot of y'all have already shifted things, okay? In terms of partnerships, there could have been some shifts already, especially career related. Remember, there's a lot of emphasis on that's happening for you with all this activity in Pisces and that the big shift that we're having moving into Aries, okay, which is again your 11th house. But there is a sense of you having this commitment that it's almost like say yes to Gemini, say yes to everything, because this is a card of choices too, and it's almost like everything that you want in terms of a partnership is going to start forming in the way that you want it to. It's almost like you're going to have a lot of choices. You're going to have a lot of like great options come up. The Lovers, let's call them Adam and Eve. You see Adam and Eve here. You see Archangel Raphael, the healer here, okay? I really love this. He's the one that's gifting the love. You see the full abundance of the sun behind him, okay? The sun, optimism, opportunities, vitality, growth. I mean, the sun we're talking about, which gives life. It's up to them to decide what to do with that love. Okay. Now, if it's not love, if you're not here for love and romance, again, can be career. It can even be like, self-love as well. All right. So y'all have been going through some moments. All right. With Saturn just being naughty sometimes for y'all. And especially with, you have Uranus and Jupiter in your 12th house, and you've had that for about a year now. And that can not, it's delicate to maneuver around that. And you could have been in your head a lot, but wow, things are opening up. And it seems like you have a lot of power and choices, okay, through March. And it seems like you're going to make the right decision. You got the Lovers with the Two of Cups. I mean, you got the Two of Cups in the heart of your spread. So, Gemini, you got the two cards that are all about, listen, one thing that's coming through, it's like, I want you to be social. It is going to be a social month for y'all, for sure, with everything that's happening. Again, especially with like Venus and Pisces. I do love that for you. But even still, networking too may be a big thing that you're doing this month as well. But just be social. Because a lot of the people that you know within your network can actually connect you to that hope and that wish and that dream and that goal that you desire, right? But oh my goodness, this is amazing. Two of Cups in the heart of your spread. This is two becoming one. This is what we call the true love card, the soulmate card in layman's terms, right? This is it's all of that. It's all of that. And this is again, who was it? Aristotle. He, back in, 4th century BCE, he's the one who said, like, love is composed of one single soul inhabiting two bodies. That's what this is. Okay. So in terms of partnerships, in terms of love, and again, just this richness of self-love. Like you finally like getting to a place where you're just like, okay, now I have all this confidence. I love myself now. And, or, because I love myself, I can, put all this out there and I have this confidence. I absolutely love this for you. Gemini, come on. This is huge. This is really big. I haven't even gotten to the rest of your spread, but again, hold on to your passions. You're going to start moving toward them and you're going to start seeing them unfurl for you. Okay. So it's really, really nice. A lot of healing in this card as well. You see the caduceus here, the two snakes around the rod. Okay. It's a universal symbol of healing, right? Like that medical symbol, but it's also like deeper than that. It's like one of the oldest alchemical symbols. Okay. It's the two snakes around the rod. If you're into yoga, like Kundalini, right? It's that driving life force, right? From the base of your spine going through all 7 chakras. Okay. To that spiritual awareness, that divine self. Like this is absolutely amazing. There's some partnership being formed this month that it's gonna like change your world. It's gonna absolutely change your world. And again, it can be truly platonic as well, because remember I said we have a lunar eclipse the end of the month, but we do have that new moon solar eclipse in Aries, all right, next month. And so why is this such a big thing? Because I've been talking about, and about this, the North Node and the South, the lunar nodes, right? That happened last summer. The North Node did move into Aries in your 11th house. Okay. So as we move into Aries season, you're still going to feel a lot of that. It's like you going after those things that you want, but also like some focus and attention on your social network, your community, your LinkedIn community, like your groups you belong to, organizations you belong to. But even still, at the end of the day, this is absolutely amazing. There is this merging of souls here. This is so beautiful. You're really good here. Let's keep going. You have the Knight of Swords, okay? So there is going to be 2 things that's happening here this month, okay? Remember, this is a monthly reading, not a weekly reading. Knight of Swords, another Gemini card, right? This is you, okay? Especially because, you're so mentally active. You are the communicators. Like I said, Mercury is your ruling planet. And speaking of Mercury, oh my goodness, that references, Mercury as well, the messenger of the gods, the caduceus here. Anyway, I won't even get into it, but just pay attention to Mercury moving into Aries. Again, your 11th house, your social network, but also your hopes and wishes and dreams. But Knight of Swords, this is just saying that, okay, there could be something that just don't be like too spontaneous, too impulsive with making decisions, with even saying things. I mean, Mercury's going to be like this Mercury moves into Aries. What day is that? It's going to be on the 10th. It's going to be early. It's on the 9th. Okay. So you still do have Mercury in Pisces for, the first half of the week. So a lot of like career related stuff. And Mercury is in its fall in Pisces. I love Mercury in Pisces. I think it's like really dreamy and fun, but it is going to be like, now let's get moving. And you can see it here. Just don't like be too impulsive. Okay. Don't be too impulsive. The other thing is there could be someone in your life that is just like kind of like a wild child, someone who like may be someone that you have to be like, okay, this is someone that we're gonna have to see eye to eye on the way that we communicate. They could be a little just rawr, and you're just like, okay, let's bring it down a bit. Okay, let's bring it down a bit because you're a little wild. You're going really fast to the point where I can't even keep up. Keep that in mind. There may be someone that you may have to just be like, okay, I might need to just hold your hand the entire time because you're just going way too fast and I can't keep up. Could be a thing, but I'm not even getting an energy. It's a big thing here. Just for you, things are going to happen for you. Okay. And things are going to open up in a big way for you. So just like, don't go don't be like a wrecking ball this month. And you're not going to be. You're fine. You're cool. You're chill. Now you have this 7 of Wands. And the reason why I'm harping on the Knight of Swords is because you do have the 7 of Wands. And so there is almost like, again, it's really great that the Seven of Wands showed up, okay? Because the Seven of Wands is all about valor. It's all about standing up for what you believe in. Remember, even before Venus and Mars moves into Pisces, and that's going to happen mid-month, they're still in Aquarius for the first half, okay? So your ninth house of, spirituality, your belief system, things like that. Pluto's there too as well. And so there is a sense of like, maybe there is a sense of you feeling that there is a way that maybe not seeing eye to eye. Maybe there could be you thinking that like a lot of people are coming after you in some sense, and not in a bad way, but in a way like where it's like maybe you feel like your boss is like really, really hard on you now. Remember, Saturn keeps moving forward and forward and forward and forward, but it's just you standing your ground. Okay, it's you standing your ground and feeling that empowerment but diplomatically, of course, but it really is, if you have to draw a line in the sand, you have to draw a line in the sand. But I don't want you to be so defensive in certain things this month. I do want you to find that balance, okay? And be, again, like communicate the way that you need to communicate in a way that everyone benefits from it. You are the communicator, you know that, and you also got the Three of Wands here too. So very interesting spread. There is absolutely something new. And the reason why this is so nice for you is because you want this new thing. There is something new that you do absolutely want. Okay. And even like, it's almost like whatever happens this month, which is very optimistic here, there is going to be this sense of like self-discovery too. Okay. So it's going to change your life as well. So that's really nice. And just be open to it, okay? Because you see that there's like almost like a tug of war with the Seven of Wands and the Three of Wands here. And so just be open to it. And I feel like you will, because the Three of Wands is in the root of your spread. So it's again, very nice. And speaking of Sun and Aries, I mean, this card is literally attributed to Sun and Aries, okay? So, and we'll talk about that later again. That's going to be a big thing for you. It's almost like this refresh for y'all. Now, and hey, if you are in the Northern Hemisphere, it is spring. So it's like that fresh new energy. Eight of Wands in your future. Absolutely amazing. You know what makes your spread really rare? Can I show you what makes your spread really, really, truly rare? Is that you got the Lovers, you got the Two of Cups, and now you've got the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands is attributed to Sagittarius. Sagittarius is the ruler of your seventh house of partnerships and relationships. So you have that across your cross here. Wow. Big time. All right. And, ask yourself, where does that resonate with you? Is it career? Is it love? Is it BFF energy? It's just that with that partnership energy, but there's again this merging of just like, oh, like I've met my soulmate, or the Romy to my Michelle, whatever it is, like that resonates with you. Like this is huge, and this is such an optimistic, enthusiastic card. You see the Eight Wands just zipping through the air, just. All right, wands are lively. They're thriving here, and they're enlivening as well. Okay, and so this is really nice. Remember, wands are your passions, your ideas as well, creativity, but it's also work related. If you are here for work, it looks like something's going to land. It looks like things are aligning for you. In fact, look at the wands. Sure, they're just flinging through the air, but look how completely aligned they are. So when I say things are aligning for you, things are aligning for you in a huge way. This is really big. I'm curious what's going on. This is some big, heavy duty, like, it's like you're not doing this alone. There's the sense of like someone else involved in terms of like, fulfilling your path to enlightenment and a sense of joy and happiness in your life. But again, it can be self-love. Remember, there's healing here. You have the Lovers card. So it could be you. It could be you having this just profound, spiritual awakening, or even just like this sense of like, I've had this breakthrough. Yeah. Okay. Let's get to your stuff. Gemini. Oh my goodness. I love this for you. If you like this reading, it would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments, talk to me. Tell me what's going on. I want to hear. I want to know. And if you are a subscriber, I love you. Thank you so much for being here. Y'all are amazing. Oh my gosh. You're good. You're absolutely good. I would say definitely things are coming to an end. There is something coming to an end. Something new is beginning in a really big, major, magical way. But there is going to be a sense of you needing to move forward with all this new energy that's coming through because you did get the Three of Swords, okay? So I don't want you to feel that this is a bad thing because we do have that lunar eclipse happening. And so, yes, there is something that will be coming to an end to make room for all this new stuff that's happening for you, okay? And we'll talk about it later when we break it down week by week. But the Three of Swords, yeah, very interesting because this card is actually attributed to Saturn and Libra. And Libra is the native ruler of partnerships and relationships. So you see what's happening here. There could be a sense of like, like it's hard for me to leave this, but I know this is the next big thing for me. Like there is something else for me. There is something that I'm moving toward to, and it's going to move fast and it's going to move in a way that I really love and I'm very excited about. But, with endings, it's not, for anybody. There's always a sense of like, it's emotional for us. Okay. So I don't want you to think of this as like a bad thing. I want you to think of it as like something may end for you where you're just like, this is going to be hard for this to end, but it has to. And I'm confident enough to know that it has to. And for me to move forward, I'm going to have to be part of this thing that's coming to an end. And remember what I said, the Two of Cups, all about healing. With the Lovers, with Archangel Raphael, the Archangel of healing, you're going to be fine. And so that's why with the Three of Swords coming up, yeah, it could be a partnership. It can be a relationship. It can be a career. They maybe leaving one company to go to another. And it may be hard for you because you've been at that job for 5 years. You love, your colleague that sits next door who always does, coconut jokes or whatever it is. And just so now it's like you got a new job and it's going to be hard to, now you're like, oh, I'm going to miss those coconut jokes. But I got to move forward because so many great things are happening, and still you have all this healing here. It's so nice. You have the Nine of Swords too, which incidentally is a Gemini card. And so very interesting because it's in your external factors area. Okay. So the one thing that is coming through is there is a sense of, yes, there is going to be something that maybe something that does come to an end that could be a little bit harder than you think. But again, you're all set up to heal. You're all set up for this new journey that you want. You're all set up for things to just move fast for you in the sense of the things that you want are aligning big time, especially with the Page of Cups here, right? With the Page of Cups as well, look at your last reading. But with the Nine of Swords in your external factors area, there is a sense, what's really interesting about the Nine of Swords and the Eight of Swords, and even like the Ten of Swords, actually, the Nine of Swords has this sense of like someone else being involved with this person sitting up in bed at night with a sword stacked over his head. He's, you have to ask, is he mourning? Is he feeling regretful? Is he, did someone do something bad to him? Did he do something bad to someone else? And now he's just like, oh, right. So you have to ask, like, what is that thing? So there may be something this month that is fueling you into this new beginning based on you not wanting to be in this situation anymore where you are feeling like, I can't do this anymore. I can't do this anymore. And so I want you to feel inspired as you move forward this month. Okay. The other thing is, again, yes, the big energy around someone else involved. Remember, I mentioned here with the Knight of Swords energy, and then now you have the Nine of Swords in your external factors area. So yeah, it could be someone in your world, in your orbit. It could be, someone who is, it makes it hard for you because that person is going to be, have a strong reaction to something that may be changing. Okay. And so you're going to have to be gentle around that and communicate well, but you're going to be fine here. But if it is you, just know that, again, you have so much you have so much you're good. Okay. You're good. You have all this healing here. You have all this healing enthusiasm to move forward. So it's almost like all of this it's like if something does happen again where it may be hard and it may be emotional and actually maybe like a little bit harder than you thought, you can still move forward, okay? But anything that is emotional, that is, maybe a little bit challenging to, heal from, know that you can, and it looks like you will, okay? But it is something that could happen this month. Now, again, the Page of Cups, just showing that you're on the right path. You are, all you want to do is go after those new things. It's something that's going to fulfill you emotionally. All right. Pages are messengers too. So there is a sense of you wanting to, looking forward to some messages coming through. It could be through this new lover, especially if you're single, new career opportunity. If you're looking for a new job, there's a lot happening here, but I mean, you have the Wheel of Fortune in your final outcome. And so, yeah. You're good. Yep, you're good. Your life is changing, okay? I hope you see that here. Your life is changing. This is the Wheel of Fate. This is, this card has a really strong association with like fate and destiny and how all these new paths are opening up for you. All right. This wheel is constantly turning. It is a 10, by the way, too. So 1 0 equals 1 new beginning. Remember, even in your last spread, you had those 2 10s. I mean, like this, like you are having this new journey, this new beginning starting for you. And this is a card of luck. Okay. This is, like I said, destiny. It's like you're set up. The fact that it is also ruled by Jupiter, the planet of good luck, good fortune, prosperity, expansion, profit, all of that good stuff. Very, very nice. It's and there is a sense of mystery in terms of like this new direction. Which way will it go? I mean, you even see, the Sphinx here on top of it that brings that sense of mystery, but it's also just like having faith in yourself, having faith in like everything's working out in your favor. And it looks like there are some new paths opening up for you. Gemini, wow, you are going to love March for sure. You're going to love March for sure. This is absolutely amazing. I mean, the Lovers with the 2 of Cups next to the 8 of Wands, which again is a Sagittarius card, which rules your 7th house of partnerships and relationships. Like really big changes here. Now, let's break it down. Gemini, let's see what's going on for you every week. The first week of March, we already kick it off, and we talked about in the last reading, March 1st, Sun sextiling Jupiter. This is absolutely amazing. It's a very special weekend, so just take advantage of this. It's very, optimistic. It's a, very optimistic day. A lot of good luck, a lot of joy, a lot of good fortune around this day. If you are single, you better go out there. I don't care. Like go to the bars and the clubs, go to the bowling alleys, the NASA conferences, wherever you meet singles. I don't even know these, like where you meet singles, because this day is a great day for you or even over this weekend, the first weekend, the moon will be in Sagittarius too. Remember why I said Sagittarius, the 7th house of partnerships and relationships. Like this is just such a great day to meet people. All right. Be social, go out there. Now, the other thing that's happening, we're going to talk about, well, actually, let me bring this one up, okay? The biggest day of the week would be March 9th, okay? A lot happening this day. This is very interesting. The first things first, Mars is going to square Uranus. Now, we know about squares. They're really challenging. Mars can be very aggressive and assertive and, right? So, especially with these squares, it always depends on the aspect, right? And so this is a day where things could be like not seeing eye to eye, could be a little like combative, competitive even. Remember at this point, Mars is still in Aquarius, and Aquarius has that rebellious energy. So there could be like some power struggles, power trips around this time in a surprising way too. Uranus is all about surprises, so you may not see it coming. So this is a day where you just don't want to poke the bear. Okay, don't poke the bear. Don't let bears poke you. You're gonna be fine. Just stay frosty. You're gonna be good. Don't be the if you feel that you're turning into like Ryan Gosling and Barbie Lane, you gotta do some dance off. You gotta do some dance off. Just have that like. Bring in that Margot Robbie aspect, have that compromise. Do you know what I mean? Do you see that movie? I hope that makes sense to you. But just have that compromise, see eye to eye. This is a day just to see eye to eye with people. And it is a good day for breakthroughs as well. Okay. This is a really great day for having that breakthrough, especially for you, like for you, it could be this spiritual breakthrough, right? Mars in Aquarius, that's your 9th house of spirituality. Uranus in Taurus, your 12th house, the subconscious, intuition, even spirituality there as well. Now, the reason why I think that you're going to be absolutely fine is because the same day the sun will sextile Uranus. Hello. Amazing. And so if anything does go a little sideways, where there's a little bit of just like that, power trip kind of energy, with the sun sextiling Uranus, it's almost like whatever happens it could just surprisingly work out in your favor. I mean, like in a really good way. So it's like you poke the bear and the bear was like, don't poke me. And you're like, oh, okay, I won't. And the bear's like, okay, cool. And then y'all go to the movies. Do you know what I mean? Like everything, you're just like, you thought you were going to get a stronger reaction. You really didn't. So just, it could, and again, you could just have a surprising breakthrough this day. That's really, really nice for you. Now, the last thing that's happening this day, Mercury will enter Aries again for 2.5 months. And the reason why Gemini is because Mercury will go retrograde pretty much all of April. Okay. So Mercury's like going in Aries and goes retrograde pretty much all of April. And then when it stops going retrograde, it goes back. It's got to go back through Aries again to get to Taurus, right? So this is, again, your 11th house, your social network, groups you belong to, even social media, if that's a thing for you. I wouldn't be surprised. Again, like, Geminis are so creative. Y'all could be like content creators or whatnot. But communication is like a big thing for y'all. And Mercury is, again, the planet of communication in your 11th house. Again, your hopes and wishes and dreams as well. But Mercury's not retrograde yet. So keep that in mind. Mercury's moving into Aries and will be in Aries all month long, like moving forward. Okay. I mean, we'll go into shadow for a little, but we won't even bring that up. It's just like, you're going to have ideas. You're going to feel on top of the world. You're going to have like great ideas around this time. So just, I feel like enthusiasm in the way that you communicate as well. You may like just really crave communicating as well and feel very powerful and empowered in that way. So let's see what's going on for you, Gemini, for the first week of, well, that one flipped over. Clarifier. First week of March. You're good. Okay. So, yeah. You got the Hierophant and the Two of Swords. Okay. So, again, there could be something with relationships here. All right. You have a really strong partnerships, relationships, one-on-one, like very strong reading here with that. Now, you throw in the Two of Swords. This is Moon in Libra. Again, the native ruler of partnerships and relationships. So you may have to really just go within to think things through, okay? Think things through. But you also have the Hierophant, which is really great. And the Hierophant is Taurus, okay? And so remember, you have all those planets in Taurus right now in your 12th house of subconscious. So really, truly go within, okay? Because it looks like there is a part of you that is... It's almost like this over it energy. It's like I'm over all of anything that has been like burdensome for me or me not feeling confident about this. And I'm just ready to just move. Like I'm ready to, even be on a bigger platform. The Hierophant is this big spiritual leader, right? And so it is someone that is really all about structure too. And remember, you're going to feel a lot of that energy with Saturn anyway in your 10th house of career. But there is a sense of you just leadering up at this point, people listening to you, you being heard, okay? And again, with Mercury and Aries, that's going to happen anyway. Remember, that's your social network. Now, and groups you belong to, organizations you belong to, all of that. And the Hierophant has this really high connotation of, not only structure, but organizations. Like he loves being the leader of, groups. You even see the two monks at his feet, right? Like he wants to spread his knowledge and his deep sacred knowledge and whatnot. He wears a triple crown. Like there's a lot of wisdom here. You're going to be fine. Just definitely go within, okay, to find all that in terms of moving forward. Now, second week of March, we kick it off on March 10th with a new moon in Pisces. this is very spiritual. This is a very spiritual new moon. This is very meditative. It's really dreamy. It's like Tulum back in the 1980s, like, you know, yoga in a hut. This is really, really, really nice. Remember, Pisces is like, at the end of the day, it is faith. It is healing. You have that here. Okay. Pisces is a lot of creativity, a lot of imagination. I really absolutely love this. So this new moon, again, is in Pisces in your 10th house of career, public recognition, right? Honors, achievements, social status, all of that. And so set intentions, plant them seeds. Listen, here's the thing. You know why people set intentions during new moons? Because we've been doing it for thousands of years. Go back to like ancient cultures, ancient civilizations. They did these like new moon rituals. I do it because it works. So definitely like pull out your crystal, do what you need to do, right? Do what you need to do and set those intentions. But again, this is a time where you may start getting a new job. Something may change in your career. It's a positive new moon. It's a great new moon. I love it. And the same day that that's happening, guess what's happening? Mercury sextiling Pluto. I mean, oh my goodness, this is huge. Absolutely major. Okay. So there is something with this new moon that could be like deeply unrooted for you. And there could be, remember, Pluto is still in Aquarius. Remember, 9th house of spirituality. Okay. So a lot of like healing, you already have a lot of that here. And so really tap into that energy, your spiritual side. All right. That intuitive side of you. You're going to be absolutely fine. But there is a sense of like really going deep here, really going deep, and really communicating. Even if you communicate, there could be like this level of depth when you communicate as well. Conversations that you may have, even secrets. There's something about secrets with like Pluto, by the way, mysteries and secrets. So, I mean, you could have some moments like that where some things are just revealed around this time as well. Okay. You could find out that I don't know, your neighbor is Wonder Woman. I don't know. You tell me, leave it in the comments, but there could be something that is unrooted around this time. So on the 11th, the day after the new moon, Venus moves into Pisces. This is amazing. Venus is exalted in Pisces. Venus does so well in Pisces. We love Venus in Pisces. And this is, again, just that creative energy. Venus represents money, by the way. Okay. Venus, not only love and relationships, which you already have happening for you here, right? But Venus represents money and beauty and all that good stuff. Now, interestingly, again, it is in your 10th house of career. And so, again, there could be something that you really, really love around your career around this time, again, with something new happening around that. So just keep that in mind. But if you're not here for a career, again, this is just like creativity as well. Remember, I said it's going to be Venus in Pisces, by the way, is deeply creative. It's like, it's such an artsy play. Like artists are going to thrive around this time. You're going to feel so inspired. I absolutely, and go out there. Venus does rule music and dancing too. Do it. Have a little fun dance, happy dance. Now at this point, we do have the Sun, Venus, Neptune, and Saturn in Pisces. Again, a big buildup in your 10th house. So remember, there's going to be a lot of activity you feel around there. It is also daylight savings time. Daylight savings on the 11th. You're going to see a lot more sun coming through my windows because it's been, getting dark here at like 4 p.m. in New York. But that is in the Northern Hemisphere, U.S., Canada, etc. Now, let's see what's going on, Mexico. Let's see what's going on for y'all. That's everything. That's everything for the second week. Okay. Again, another big week that we'll do a deeper dive when we get to the weekly readings. Okay. So, but let's just see what's going on for you for the second week of March. You're good. Don't mess around with me. I'm joking. You got the Fool. I mean, look, listen, when I say this new moon is going to be really big for you, it's going to be really big for you. Okay. New moons bring new beginnings, new cycles. And now you got the Fool. I mean, taking that leap of faith. Speaking of I talked about the sun here with a Lover's card. You see the full abundance of the sun here. I mean, come on. this is, again, optimism. There's so much optimism in this card. There's so much innocence in this card, but there's also this sense of like fullness of life by taking this leap of faith. And what happens when you take that leap of faith? It builds your confidence, right? That's risk taking, okay? With no risk, no reward, right? And what is confidence? Confidence is taking risks. And so you're good. It looks like you're moving into this new journey in your life, okay? This new journey that's really, really, really nice. I love this for you. I love this for you. Again, a lot of spiritual energy that is coming through. So trust your intuition, listen to your inner voice. Even with the Fool itself, the Fool is attributed to Uranus, so there is a lot of Aquarius energy with the Fool. And remember, Aquarius rules your 9th house of spirituality, your belief system, the way you see things. It looks like you're having this rebirth. I mean, wow, this is really big. And not even a rebirth, but just this brand new journey. Like, your life is changing. You have the Wheel of Fortune, the Fool. Your life is changing this month. Gemini, let's get to the third week. Now, the third week, I really love the 17th, March 17th. Write this in your calendar. I hope you're taking notes, Gemini, okay? I don't care if it's a pen or a DocuSign. I don't know. You do you. But on the 17th, Sun conjuncting Neptune. This is a major conjunction, but this day is like a fairy tale. This is beautiful. This is absolutely beautiful. I just want you to feel this day, okay? There are a lot of like imagination energy around this time, but we'll talk about it when we get to the weekly reading, because the big thing is on the 19th, we have the spring equinox in the northern hemisphere. We got the fall in the southern hemisphere, but the same day we have the sun moving into Aries, okay? So again, really, really big deal. The sun is exalted in Aries. The sun does really well in Aries. It really is almost like this. It's like a far cry from like last month when we were in Aquarius season, where, you know, the sun is detriment in Aquarius, but I'm not saying it's bad. It's just like, you're just going to feel this like freshness now. It's going to be, so you're going to feel very driven and like passionate. And there is a sense of new beginning that this brings. Okay. Now on the 21st, the sun will sextile Pluto. So again, this is a day where it's like you kicking down a door and just getting what you want. Okay. You kicking down that door and saying, okay, boss, I need a raise, and you're just going to get it. This is like the level of empowerment on this day is huge. But remember, this is going to be a big thing that happens with, like your hopes and wishes, but also like, again, spirituality. Remember, Pluto is in Aquarius, but it's just a big day where you will get noticed if you want that, okay? The same day, Venus will conjunct Saturn. So this is really interesting because this is another conjunction, but it's with Saturn. Both planets, remember, are in your 10th house of career. So there could be something in terms of like you getting a little bit more serious in terms of career. And it could be because you've started something new. So you're putting a lot of focus there and starting to feel that eclipse energy where you're leaving a little bit of that fun behind, because now you're like, this is my fun. This is what I've wanted for so long, this new journey, this new chapter that's opening up for me in terms of career. So, and then on the 22nd, Mars moves into Pisces. So now we got Venus and Mars in Pisces, not only for March, but all of April, y'all. All of April. Again, this is really great for like artists, creatives, chefs, like anyone that's creative, like visionaries. Like you're going to feel a huge boost here, if not like spiritually. Okay. So really love this for you. And again, we are going to talk about this a lot more in the weekly, but just remember, Mars is like that drive and ambition, but Mars is just ultimately energy. Okay. Just, all right. Do you like my sound effects, Gemini? Now, let's see what's going on for you for this week, okay? Let's see what's going on for you for the third week of March. Ten of Swords. So this is actually really good, all right? Because you did get the Hierophant. Now, the Ten of Swords is just showing that 10 is the end, okay? So don't freak out. 1 0 equals 1. Y'all have been in your headspace. Y'all have been going through a lot up here. It's almost like this is now coming to an end. This is the card of new dawn. Those dark clouds are actually clearing to let the sun through. Remember, 1 0 equals 1. New beginning coming after the Fool. Now, I'm going to show you something here. Look at the man's hand, the one who is like completely impelled by all these swords, by the way, where he's just like, there could be a point where you're just like, I'm so like mentally exhausted. I don't know if I can move any further. Like, I feel that, things have been really hard. Well, it's almost like a blessing in disguise. And this is the week where all of it ends. Okay. You put it all to an end. And I say blessing in disguise because I pointed out his hand, the same hand gesture as the Hierophant. So it is blessings, okay? And so you only make it a blessing when you learn from anything that was hard for you. So you never have to go through that cycle again. You never have to experience it again. And you'll be fine, okay? You have to learn from things so you can apply it into your life, all right? So so you'll always be prepared if you're faced with those situations again. But it really is not taking things for granted. Like, if things have been really hard, appreciate the fact that, like, that was really hard, but I appreciate it because I learned so much from this. I'm feeling empowered from everything that I was going through. Okay. So now, last week of March, on March 25th, here we are. The full moon lunar eclipse is barely big. This is in Libra. Again, this is your 5th house of pleasure, love, romance. Something is coming to an end. Okay. And this is fated. And I say that because, and when I say something's coming to an end, this is full stop. We're talking like, yes, there is something coming to an end because life is cycles, and this is a cycle, and there is a cycle coming to an end because you have this absolutely brilliant, auspicious new beginning happening for you. In order for that to happen, you have to come to the end of a cycle, okay? And that is what this full moon lunar eclipse in Libra is. And with this, there is like, remember, they're all part of the nodes, the shifting of the nodes, the north node, south node. This is the south node, right? South node in Libra. So leaving something behind, there's a touch of fate, touch of destiny. So even if you don't initiate it, there could be something happening organically in your life that is just coming to an end. Okay. But you want to be a part of that too. Okay. So you have to make that alignment. You have to be in a place where, you're comfortable with it. And, really ask yourself, not just this week, okay, but this entire month, ask yourself, what is my purpose, okay? You have all this spiritual activity, so ask yourself, what is my purpose? What are the things that I have to leave behind? I mean, what has reached a point of fatigue? What has been something that I'm just like, okay, this is just one end of a cycle. I want to start this new cycle. And it doesn't mean like, for a lot of y'all, yeah, it could be like maybe if you were single for a long time, now you're dating someone and that is this new journey you're on. If you've been unemployed for a long time, now you are working. Now all these opportunities are opening up for you. So do you see how it's like new cycle, but it could be like ascending in a cycle. If you've been dating someone for a long time, y'all been going steady. I mean, the ending could be like, now it's, moving into a more serious something. Do you know what I mean? Like so anyway, let's see what's going on for you. What else is happening? Remember, we're going to talk more about this in your weekly reading, but just know this full moon lunar eclipse is liberating. Okay. Now, the last thing that's happening is, if you are single, the 28th, March 28th, write this down. Venus sextiling Uranus. Oh my goodness. The planet of love and money, sextiling the planet of breakthroughs. And surprises. So you could have a sliding doors moment. You could meet your soulmate at a Chick-fil-A. It doesn't matter. What you do, you Gemini, you do you. But it could be like a day where you find like a lot of surprising things happen. Okay, matters of the heart and money. Remember, Venus is money too. So with that said, let's see what's going on for y'all. Okay, and let's see what's going on for you, Gemini, for the last week of March. 7 of Cups. You have opportunities. That's great. Okay. So just know what you want. Okay. Know what you want the last week of March. All right. Something is coming to an end. You got some new things coming in with the Wheel of Fortune and your final outcome. Remember, like a lot of different paths that you can choose from. But there are doors opening for you in a big way. You just have to know what you want with the 7 of Cups, especially with, Neptune and Pisces too. That's just a thing. Okay. And, Neptune and Pisces can be like a little bit of illusion. And that's what this card is. There's a little bit of like smoke and mirrors. But again, as long as you trust your intuition, as long as you know what you want, as long as you have that confidence, you're going to be fine. You're going to be absolutely fine. Okay. So it's really choosing, like, again, remember, you have that choice. The power's in your hands. So know what you want and then get it. Okay. You got it. You're good. You're good, Gemini. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you like this reading, it would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna let you go. But you're good. I'm very excited for you. Wow, this is a big month for you, Gemini. This is one of your biggest months. I'm gonna have to look back and see, but this could be like your biggest month that in terms of partnerships and relationships for sure, but like with new beginnings. But anyway, you're good. You're good. All right. Thanks so much, Gemini. I'll see you next week. Okay. Bye-bye.